Well, I think this is gonna be a pretty short and quick podcast. My goodness, that's kind of just where I'm at. December is so busy, isn't it? It is so busy. Well, hello and welcome to Michelle's Fiber Studio podcast. My name is Michelle and I am your host. Today is Saturday, December 7th, and this is episode number 33 of the podcast. And thank you so very much for joining me. It is a beautiful sunny day today, but boy is it cold and chilly. Yesterday was so cold. It was like in the teens and it was windy. So it felt even colder. It might have been actually low 20s, but with the wind, it just felt so cold. The wind is died down a little bit today, but it's still on the cool side. I think, 28 degrees is what it is outside. So I have updates on my projects today. And I have been doing Vlogmas. I have been trying to put out an episode every 2 or 3 days or so. I think it's actually worked out every 2 days so far. We'll see how long I can keep it up. I am doing the podcast this week, and then next week I'm gonna try to get one more episode out after that, and then that will be the last of the podcast until after Christmas. Although I do plan to film a year in review video that maybe will come out in between Christmas and New Year's at some point, but I don't have a particular date that will drop. Before I move into what I am wearing, or what I am knitting, let's talk about what I am wearing. This is a cardigan that I did quite a few years ago, 2012. It is called Aidez. It is by Cirillia Rose, and it is Cascade Yarns Eco Wool, which is a bulky 100% wool. It's getting quite pilly, but I do love it. I pull it out a lot in the wintertime when I want to just be warm and cozy. Sometimes it comes down, move my chair a little bit so maybe you can see. It doesn't really fully close, but sometimes I will pull it like this and then stick like a shawl pin or something in if I want it to be a little bit more closed. But usually in the house, I'm okay. Actually, I was quite warm. We were out shopping this morning and I got really warm, and so I ended up taking my jacket off and leaving it in the car, and this served me. It was a little on the chilly side in between the car and the store, but once I got in the store I was fine, and when I was in the car I was fine, so I toughed it out. So yeah, it's a great sweater, and one that I really enjoy. Okay, my knitting bag, or my project bag today, I actually have several projects to talk about, but not a whole lot of progress on any of them. It was a busy week again. You know, December, you guys, is pretty busy, and I had a couple of evenings at home, but I had things that I had to do. So I didn't get as much progress done on my projects as I would have liked. But let's start with my Musselburgh. It is coming. I definitely did not get the progress on it last week that I did the last 2 weeks, or the 2 weeks prior. So that's it. I don't know, there we go. What, maybe an inch or so? And if you recall from here, I needed to do about 5 or 6 inches. So I have maybe 2 or so inches beyond that. So I probably have 3.5, 4 inches to go. So I'm not talking to you. Does your Siri go off at random times? Because that's what mine just did. Or Alexa, not Siri. And yeah, I don't know what I said. Anyway, so it's coming. I will probably bring it with me to my mother-in-law's tonight, and maybe I'll work on it some there. So that is my Musselburgh. I'm not going to talk about the yarn because I've done a lot of talking about the yarn. So let's move on. The rest of these projects, oh no, we'll take out my Northeasterly Blanket. I didn't get much done on that either. I think I did put a stitch marker in. So last week when I podcasted, I was here. So I did finish this color, and I did 2 more colors. And I actually started the last one. Okay, there we go. And that was all Saturday night. That's all the progress that I have gotten on it. It is the Northeasterly by Katy Stevens. I am using my Woolen Woman fibers, Let the Mystery Unravel, or Murder She Knit is actually the name of the box. I believe this is my color number 12, although I have a ball in here and I don't know what this is right now. Oh, I'd have to count the colors. Maybe this is the last color after this one. Because this is definitely a full ball. So I have all my new colors in here. The next box comes soon, but it doesn't start until December 25th or 26th. I think 26th is officially the first day for those colors. My plan had been to do like one color every other day, and that clearly is not happening right now. I think I might, I don't know. I don't know. I have no plans, let's be honest. So it might end up sitting right now because I'm really focused on Advent knitting or some of the other things that I'm working on and enjoying those projects by all rights. So it might be that this is one that I really pick up in earnest after the holidays. But yeah, that's where that one is at. All right, that's in a big bag. We'll leave that in front. How about I show you my socks next. These are my Advent socks. They are by Woolens and Nosh. So if you are trying not to be spoiled, then you might want to look away. Although that said, I know that the skeins all start, the colors are all in different orders. So I'm not quite sure how you can not be spoiled. But here is where I am at with these. So I have 5 colors. Today is the 7th, so I did not get to knit yesterday's stripe, and I obviously still have today's stripe. These are definitely going to come with me to my mother-in-law's. I might actually knit them in the car on the way over. And I'm hoping to get the 2 stripes done and caught up. But I love these. The colors are so much fun. And what I enjoy with this project, although this week I'm not keeping up terribly well because this is the second time this week that I am trying to do 2 colors. But I started with the contrast skein in the, for the cuff. And you can do cuffs. I'm going to do heels and toes in the same contrast skein. And then you knit 1 stripe per day. And when you get to the same contrast color, you stop. And that tells you when to stop, and then the next day I knit the contrast color, and then the next day's stripes. So I actually have both of my socks going at the same time. So if I can stay decently caught up, I could actually have a whole pair of socks by Christmas, which is what happened last year, and I think I actually wore them on Christmas Day, which was super fun. Did I make a note what the yarn is? It is Tarhi Fingering, Superwash Tarhi Fingering. And I think, I got the sticker on the bottom of my bag. It is 90% Targi and 10% nylon. So there is a little bit of nylon in there. So that is one of my Advent projects that I'm really enjoying. The second Advent project I am doing with my Brazos Fiberworks yarn Advent. And I am crocheting the, did I put it into my notes? Yes, the Yorkshire Blanket by Meema Makes. I have been trying to do approximately 1 square a day, but I am definitely not keeping up with that either. I did my day 1 square, and then I actually decided that I wanted to go up a hook size. So I actually had to rip out my day 1 square. But this is my day 2 square. I can't remember the names of these. Each square has its own name. This is the day 3 square. And I am in the process, I think I actually have like 2 more rounds left on my day 4 square. So much fun. These yarns are all based, isn't that gonna be fun? Look at those together. These are all based on the movie The Grinch, and it is the 2018 version. the yarn. Again, it's by Brazos Fiberworks. So the next colors to come up the line are these right here, and my day 7 colors in the basket across the room. But I'm having a good time with these. Again, it's taking me, it depends on the day. Sometimes I can do a whole square, sometimes I don't, but I'm having fun. Excuse me, and I will finish them when I finish them. I'm gonna need to get some coordinating yarn to be able to crochet them together. You crochet around them and then join them together as you go, and then do a whole border. So I'm gonna need about 3 skeins of figuring weight yarn. So I figure I will wait a little bit until I see what most of the colors are and the tones, and then I will start trying to think about what kind of a yarn I will probably need to order, because I definitely don't have 3 skeins of yarn that is going to work for that. So that is that project. And then the last project is the least advanced. This is the Nana's Visit by Imagine Landscapes. And I am still on day 1 or, oh, and I stopped in the middle of a row. Oh my goodness gracious. I think I'm still on the day 1 clue. I'm pretty sure I am. So I don't know what it's supposed to be, what part of this I am knitting. I really wasn't very far, didn't have much left to go on this, and I stopped in the middle of the row. So I am using Knit Picks palette, which I have a whole ton of. So that's what those look like. So I've got 4 different colors that I have chosen, and this one is moving along very slowly, but that's okay. I'm enjoying it when I do pick it up, and it will get done when it gets done as well. So that's, I can't stress. I can't. It's just not worth it. So that is, I think, pretty much what I have going on right now. I did get a second advent, that my Beauty and the Beast advent, and I think rather than drag those in here, if you want to see the colors, you can go check out my Vlogmas videos, because I am showing them all off on there. Maybe at the beginning of the year, my first podcast of the year, I will show off the whole assortment of them, or not, I don't know, but I'm enjoying that as well. Well, I think this is gonna be a pretty short and quick podcast. My goodness, that's kind of just where I'm at. December is so busy, isn't it? It is so busy. And when Thanksgiving comes really, really late, then it makes December all that much busier, because you got a lot to do in a very short amount of time. So let's see, Monday night was actually fairly quiet. I had a card class on Friday, and I had planned on Monday to try to design the cards that I needed for it, but I didn't. Sunday, I ended up dealing with some stuff and didn't get to do all of the things that I wanted to do on Sunday, so I decided to take Monday and treat myself to some quiet time. So that's what I did. I didn't move off the couch a whole lot. When I got home, oh, I think my battery is gonna run out. I better stop and change it. There, I got my battery all changed. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Monday I treated myself to a quiet evening, which was delightful, because Tuesday was a day. Oh my goodness. I got up my normal time, headed off to work, worked all day. I got home around 2:15. At 3 o'clock, I work out on Tuesdays from 3 to 4. I had a haircut at 5, and then I had a rehearsal for my Christmas show, which was supposed to start at 6. Fortunately, about halfway through the day, we got an email saying that he was pushing the start time to 6:30, which was amazing. It gave me a little bit of breathing room in between my haircut and having to head over to the performance center. I actually got to eat my dinner. So we ordered some Subway, and I inhaled it really fast. We headed over, and we had about a 2-hour rehearsal, which went really, really well. And then I came home and collapsed on the couch for an hour or so. So that was my Tuesday, really busy. Wednesday when I got home from work, I had to buckle down. I got my projects designed for my card class, so that was great. And then we had Bible study. Thursday, I actually was able to relax, which was really nice. And then last night I had my card class. So it's just been a whirlwind of a week. I've tried to take in some time to knit and do some fibery things, but the other thing is I have been doing Vlogmas, and so editing those videos takes a lot longer than you might think. Monday when I did the first video, it took forever. So yeah, that's the deal. I'm enjoying it and it's a lot of fun, but boy, it does take some time. So that is pretty much where things stand in my life right now. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. I thank you so much for tuning in. I will have links down below for all of the things that I have talked about in the show notes. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Knittin Michelle, KNITTINMICHELLE. You could also send me an email at michellesfiberstudio@gmail.com. I hope that you have a fantastic week and happy knitting!